Happy today. I am William Brown from IamWilliamBrown.com. This is Happy Today Morning Reflections. I just felt led to come in about a minute early. It kind of goes to the theme or the thing that's coming up for me this morning. Happy today is about asking the question, who woke up this morning? Who woke up this morning? It gives you access to how you can live today, decide to show up for yourself and others and within your work. Who woke up today? It's more than determined, right? It's more than determined, but it is resourceful. It's resourceful woke up today. And so there are a number of things that I get to do. Watch my language there, right? I don't have to do anything. I get to. And I'm reminded that with my language, what I get to do. Again, I thought I put on the do not disturb, and I'm still getting alerts. So I decided to pick 3 U cards today. It was a 3 U card type of day. And so good morning to everyone. Happy today. It's kind of, it's interesting because I am working to have like my thing be happy today and stop saying good morning. And so I catch myself and then I kind of go back to, so it's interesting. So happy today, that is the greeting. If that doesn't make sense for people, but it makes sense to you because you know, I will explain it to them. But happy today to you that are up with me at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So I picked the 3 U cards today. The U cards are available at IamWilliamBrown.com, the store. They're intention setting cards and journal prompts, and also a game. So the cards that I picked today is I am kind. I am kind. You are curious. And it's you I like. It's you I like. So there are a number of topics that are coming up for me today, but one is compassion. I want you to look at compassion. Interesting. Pride. Pride is back again for this week. And physical activity. Interesting. Physical activity. That is something that has been a concern of mine because I just feel that I haven't been moving as much. So before I get into the other thing, I want to look at the affirmations for the 3 areas that showed up for me today. Compassion. Compassion affirmation is I am compassionate towards others and myself and attract the same in return. I am compassionate towards others and myself and attract the same in return. Pride. I should know this affirmation because it has come up at least a couple times this week. I admit my mistakes and improve my quality of life. I admit my mistakes and improve my quality of life. And physical activity. Physical activity. Let's see what is the affirmation around physical activity. And it is, I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. What does that mean? What does that mean for you? For me, it's not just moving my body. It's intentionally moving my body. What is exercise? There has been a number of times, and I think it came up yesterday, about the pain that was in my neck, and that it's personal, um, personal not showing love or having rage for myself, that it's coming up. So yeah, compassion, pride, and physical activity. Even though it came out in 3 different orders, I feel I'm led to move that I admit my mistakes with compassion towards myself, and take physical action, activity, movement. Compassion and kindness came up today, so that's great. That's fun. And I'm curious, curiosity. So 2 of my core values, compassion and curious, came up today. And liking myself came up today. So that is interesting. It's interesting to see. I'd love to hear in the comments if there's any place, any of those intentions or things that have come up for you, that resonates. So yeah, I would love to hear in the comments. Let's just breathe that in. Just kind of sit with that. Yeah, resourceful showed up for me. So before, it's like I'm like, I am like slowing myself down so I can like put things in order, because there's a lot of things going through my mind. But there are 3 other things that I want to introduce into this time. Gratitude. List 1 to 3 things that you're grateful for. For me, I'll just share something that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be alive, and how it's shown up for me is that I'm just grateful that that I'm in my life. You know, even though there are things that are not nice and tidy and a nice little bow that I like things. I like order for things. Sometimes there are things that are, I would say, out of order. But it's still my life, and I'm grateful. Grateful for my awareness of possibility. Awareness of possibility. That I still have hope. I still there's still a level of positivity in my life. And I'm grateful for the people that are showing up. The people that are showing up in my life. The people that are around me. that that not just challenge me to be myself, but that there's an expectation for me to be myself. I don't know if how that lands for you, but that's in the past I would live by other people's expectations, and that was totally different. I was trying to live up to this. But there are a number of people around me that feels, and I'm grateful for this, that they don't expect to see anyone else but me. And yeah, I'm grateful for that. I feel that. Say in the comments if you understand what that means. So what's my intention for today? My intention. My intention for today is to discover every resource that is needed for today. To have me be in my day, to have me not get distracted by the past, the future, what ifs of my life. But that is my intention to just uncover the resources that are available to me on every level. Service, as I ask you to look at service, is to find someone that you need to listen, that you get to listen to today so you can be in service to them. Yeah. And then we'll look at the affirmations that we're going to, that resonates with you to kind of lead you on your day. So the other concept that I wanted to bring up within this conversation, because it's like in front of me and that I'm dealing with, is timing. Timing. You know, there's a saying that timing is everything. And also, timing is made up, is a construct that we made up. We, meaning human beings. And so, there are a number of things that showed up for me yesterday, right before I went to bed, that has been out of timing. That there are some, wonderful things that are showing up and that I can see, and that, the light at the end of the tunnel is not a train, right? But there are things that have shown up before the light, the breath, the space. And I mentioned yesterday there was a song, a Stevie Wonder song, "Don't You Worry About a Thing," right? And when I was thinking about timing, this came to mind. I was curious about this. Is that the reason why I'm not worrying is because I have no choice, or I honestly and deeply believe that there is nothing to worry about. And I want to embrace that I honestly and truly believe that there is nothing to worry about. That my life is my life, and it's going to show up how it needs to show up. And that's all I want you to look at your life. Look at how things are showing up. If, the bills come before the paycheck or the payment, that's, there's a lesson in that. There's a reason at this this current moment. That is why. That is, it needed to happen that way. And so embrace the lesson in that. And so yeah, to really embrace when I say that, don't you worry about a thing. Is it because I have no other choice, or I feel that there's no other choice because this is happening, right? Right? Or that I honestly believe. There's a number of things that I am reading and doing this month, and one of them is conscious luck. Um, there was a part of the book yesterday that I read that it's like the biggest barrier to being lucky or embracing conscious luck um, is our story around why we're not lucky, right? The the things that we have experienced, our experiences and the stories around that. Anytime that gets in the way, that gets in the way of luck um, showing up for us. Um, and so, yeah. So I want you to just say that I am lucky, right? Whatever that means, everything that means. It's almost like when I say magic, do you believe in magic? What is magic? Magic is something happening that I don't believe is possible. Isn't that, it's just, it's just crazy when I think of that. So I believe that something can happen that I currently don't believe can happen, right? It's magic and miracles. I use magic interchangeably. I'm sorry because magic sometimes has a bad connotation, and because I've had that myself. Because magic is like tricks, but I've embraced that there's a magic in my life. There's magic and miracles. They're like cousins, very close cousins, and closely related, and so I interchangeably use that. So if you have a problem with magic, I mean miracles, replace it with miracles. So it is, I believe in miracles. And miracles are something that happens that I don't believe can happen. And so just embrace that. And the timing of it all, right? The timing of it all. I am on this, I think it's 7-day challenge. You know what? It does, for me, it doesn't matter. I'm within the challenge. Of a $20,000 a month. Um, and it's like I started it with like, I wanted $20,000 to like manifest in like week one, right? Right? You know? So it's like, hey, I'm in this challenge. I'm getting all these insights. It should appear. Um, Instead of appear when in its time. In its time. As I said, timing is everything and timing is nothing. Where is the lesson? Things show up when they show up because there's a lesson within it. There are a number of resources that I have and that I've had for a while that I did not utilize or felt like I couldn't utilize at the time, but they are right in front of me at this moment to really take me to basically allow me to do all the things that I need to do in this moment. And I just need to rediscover them. Rediscover them. Is there any resources that you felt that you had that that you didn't use? You kind of beat yourself about it that you had them way before you found any use in it, and then now the moment, the time is for you to use it. I can honestly say, without reservation, I have spent over $100,000 in personal self-development, and much of that I felt was not used, maximized at the time of purchase. And so there was a sense of buyer's remorse, or, wasted money and time. And it's like, I'm have to reclaim that. But the great thing about it is that I still have the information. And I still have access to the information if I am willing to rediscover, to look at it, to really say, hey, that $10,000 Tony Robbins, business mastery class that I took before I really decided what business I was going to do again, I have that information. I have those tools. Yeah. So I felt at the time, and during some times, that I was out of time. There is a saying that sometimes I say in my coaching, is that everything is fine until it's not fine, right? And when it's not fine, it's really not fine. So what is showing up for me is that everything that is happening right now, today, in this moment, is here for you to not just learn a lesson, for us to not just learn a lesson, but to really live in it, be in it, be curious about it, be kind to yourself about it, to admit your mistakes, so you can have a better quality of life. I think that's the affirmation that is coming up for me. The affirmation of pride, to admit my mistakes. And so, with that in mind, what is a mistake? The feeling, what's coming up for me is the mistake of me feeling that it was wasted. It was wasted money. It was wasted time. It was wasted effort. That was a mistake. What is something that you called a failure or a mistake that you now can say that wasn't a mistake? That was a lesson. And that I embraced that lesson. And now, because it's a lesson, it's now a resource. That's an inquiry for today. As we are in our life, and as we are really being present, that is the inquiry. So what is your affirmation for today? What is your affirmation. You can share it or not share it. And if you have your Happy Today workbook, there's a way that you can create your affirmations through your thoughts, see what's coming up for you, and create an affirmation to follow your intention, your intuition, that's what it is, for you to really create a powerful affirmation for yourself. Today on One Word Conversation, it is a surprise word. So it is a mystery word. So we'll see what shows up. We'll see what shows up today. To see that. Also, yesterday there was healing conversation. They invite you to. It was the healing power of song. Fascinating conversation. I invite you to look at that. So, as this day continues, it is my prayer that we admit our mistakes so we have a quality of life, that we look and see where pride is showing up in our life, that we have compassion to ourselves and others, and look for it. Look for it. Don't expect it, but look for it as it returns, as compassion comes back to you. And that you find ways to have physical activity. If that means just stretching, if that means just walking, embrace the physical activity of your body. Allow your body to move. There's a friend of mine that just came to mind. I don't know if she has any videos or not, but I actually met her doing movement meditation. There was I don't know if you can hear this music here. It's like just allowing your body to move to the to the music. So whatever music that you want to do it to, it can. It reminds me of my wife. We a number of years ago we tried salsa dancing and me, I'm trying to do it right, and my wife is freelance, right? Whatever, and so it's like, I'm trying not to make her wrong, and I'm trying to get it right, and so it was hilarious, let's just say, right? But just go with the music, whatever music that you find that can give you life today. Find to move your body with that. That is the encouragement for you for today. So as I acknowledge the disappointments of my past, and I embrace the fears and anxiety, and the hope of my future, I become present. To this moment that we are in, that we can have gratitude and appreciation in this moment today, to have our happy today. And we have our happy today, right now, in the next moment, and every moment after that. Thank you. No, I just felt led to say thank you. But thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Everything is going to be Don't you worry about a thing, not because you have no other choice, but because you believe that there is nothing to worry about. Happy today, my friends. I'll see you at 11 a.m. on One Word Conversations. Blessings.